Hi. In this video, we will be connecting to the Microsoft Azure SQL Server using Astera Data Stack. For our use case, we have sample customer data that we will use as a source in our database table source object. This data contains information about our customers. We'll connect to our Azure SQL Server through the object and filter out customer data based on the country. In our example, we will filter for customers in Germany. Once done, we will write the filtered data to a new table within our Azure SQL Server instance. Let's start by configuring our database table source object. First, let's drag and drop the database table source object from the toolbox onto the data flow. Now, right-click on the object and select Properties from the context menu. This will open a new window. From the Data Provider drop-down menu, select Azure SQL Server. Here you can see various authentication types in the drop-down menu. For our use case, we will select the SQL Server Authentication as the authentication type. Now let's select the database to work on from the Database drop-down menu. Once the connection has been tested, click Next. On the next screen, from the Pick Table drop-down, choose Customers Table and click OK. And the database table source object will be configured. Now let's add a filter transformation object to the data flow. Drag and drop a filter transformation object from the toolbox onto the data flow. Map all the fields from the database source object to the filter transformation object. Then double-click the header to open Properties. For our use case, we will filter records where the country is Germany. So let's write an expression for that. Next, let's configure the database table destination object. Drag and drop a database table destination object from the toolbox onto the data flow and right-click on the object and open its properties. Specify a new connection to Azure SQL from the Data Provider dropdown or select from the recently used dropdown. For our use case, we will use SQL Server Authentication and click Next. On the Pick Table screen, select the Create Replace option and add a new table named German Customers and click OK. Now let's map the fields from the Filter Transformation object to the Database Table Destination object and run the data flow. Once the data flow has been executed successfully, the data will be written to the table in the Destination object. To view the data written to the database, right-click on the Database Table Destination object and select Preview Output. You can see the preview data below. This concludes our discussion on the configuration of the Azure SQL Server provider. For more information on Astera Data Stack, please visit our documentation site. Thank you for watching.